Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sarvani Mat Dishnataya Bhavadvi Sharani Bhutani Sutta Dhruvani Sambhavitayani Pade Pade Va Vivikta Drigbi Tat U Ha Arhanam Me Sarvani Madhishnataya Bhavadvish Sharani Bhutani Sutadhruvani Sambhavita Yani Pade Padevo Vivikta Digbistadu Harhaname Sarvani Madhishnataya Bhavadvish Sharani Bhutani Sutadhruvani Sambhavita Yani Pade Padevo Vivikta Digbastadu Harhaname. Someone else? Sarvani Madhishnataya Bhavadvish Charani Bhutani Sutadhruvani Sambhadi Vachani Pade Padevo Vivikta Digdvastatu Harhaname. Ladies, Sarvani Madhishnataya Bhavadvish Sharani Bhutani Sutadhruvani Sambhavita Yani Pade Padevo Viktadrigbastatu Harhaname. Sarvani Madhishnataya Bhavadvish Sharani Bhutani Sutadhruvani Sambhavita Yani Pade Padevo Vivikta Digbistatu Harhaname. Sarvani all Madhishnataya because of being my sitting place. Bhavadvi by you, Charani that move, Bhutani living entities, Sutta my dear sons, Dhruvani, that do not move. Sambhavitayani, to be respected. Pade pade, at every moment. Va, by you. Vivikta drigdvi, possessing clear vision and understanding that the Supreme Personality of Godhead in His Paramatma feature is situated everywhere. Tat-u, that indirectly. Ha, certainly. Arhanam, offering respect. May, unto me. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada, the Savior of the world, Ki Jai. My dear sons, you should not envy any living entity, be he moving or non-moving. Knowing that I am situated in them, you should offer respect to all of them at every moment. In this way, you offer respect to me. Wow, what a verse. Woo. Ki Jai. Purport. In this verse, the word Vivikta Drigbi, meaning without envy, is used. All living entities are the abode of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in His Paramatma feature. As confirmed in Brahma Samhita, Andantarastam Paramanu Chayantarastam. The Lord is situated in this universe as Garbhodakashai Vishnu and Kshirodakashai Vishnu. He is also situated within every atom. According to the Vedic statement, Ishavashamidam Sarvam. The Supreme Lord is situated everywhere, and wherever He is situated is His temple. We even offer respects to a temple from a distant place. And all living entities should be similarly offered respect. This is different from the theory of pantheism, which holds that everything is God. Everything has a relationship with God because God is situated everywhere. We should not make any particular distinction between the poor and the rich, like the foolish worshippers of Daridra Narayan. Narayan is present in the rich as well as the poor. One should not simply think Narayan is situated among the poor. He is everywhere. An advanced devotee will offer respects to everyone, even to cats and dogs. Vidya Vinaya Sampane Brahmani Gabihastini Shuni Chaiva Shapakecha Pandita Samadarshinaha. The humble sage, by virtue of true knowledge, sees with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog-eater outcast. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, chapter 5, check number 18. This Samadarshina, equal vision, should not be mistaken to mean that the individual is the same as the Supreme Lord. They are always distinct. Every individual person is different from the Supreme Lord. It is a mistake to equate the individual living entity with the Supreme Lord on the plea of Vivikta Drik or Samadrik. The Lord is always in an exalted position, even though He agrees to live everywhere. Srila Madhvacharya, quoting Padma Purana, states, Vivikta Drishti Jivanam Drishnataya Parameshvarasya Veda Drishtihi. One who has clear vision and is devoid of envy can see that the Supreme Lord is separate from all living entities, although he is situated in every living entity. Madhvacharya further quotes from Padma Purana, Upapadayat Paramatmanam Jivebhyo ya pade pade Bhede naiva chataitasmat priyo vishnushchukaschana. One who sees the living entity and the Supreme Lord is always distinct is very dear to the Lord. Padma Purana also states, Yo hareshchaiva jivanam veda vakta hare priyaha. One who preaches that the living entities are separate from the Supreme Lord is very dear to Lord Vishnu. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jata Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Zavadutam Barijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishagandritam Shah Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Svaminiti Namine Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Prachadine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. So this verse is clearly stating Lord Vrishabhadev, who's the incarnation of Krishna, is telling his sons, by respecting everyone, you're respecting me. Therefore, I will first offer my respects to all of you. Vanchakopatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanang pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So, the more we can respect others, the more we advance in Krishna consciousness. And one who offers perfect respect to all their living entities, he is perfect in Krishna consciousness. So, do you see the advantage of being a member of ISKCON? We have so many devotees, we have to learn how to respect. Some devotees we like, some we don't like, isn't it? But we have to respect everyone. Whether I like you or I don't like you, I have to respect you. You see? We have to learn how to respect every devotee. And of course, when you walk out of the temple, there's no respect, right? No. Even these monkeys, the pigeons, passing stool up there on the thing, we have to respect them. That doesn't mean you let the pigeons and the monkeys do whatever they want. But we have to respectfully deal with it. Even if some demons attack the temple, you have to take strong action to defeat them. You may have to even kill them. But you have to respect them at the same time. Jai Shri Gaura. So it's quite a very wonderful thing here that's being stated by Maharaj Vrishabhadev. How to offer respects. This is, of course, stated by Lord Chaitanya. It's also included by Bhakti Vinod Thakur in his very nice bhajan, Kabe Habe Bolo Se Dinamar. He says, when will I be respectful to all living entities, not expecting their honor? Then I shall taste the name's nectar sublime. When oh when will that day be mine? So ask yourself, do you want to taste the nectar of the name? Do you want to directly experience Krishna when you chant his name, or just want it to be some mechanical thing, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna? Do you want to personally experience and meet Krishna when you chant Krishna? Well, the secret is respect respect, respect. Respect everyone. The more you respect everyone without desiring any respect back, you can spit in my face, you see, but I have to respect you. This is called humility. We have to learn how to become perfect in humility. Well, can't it just be a little bit puffed up? Nope. Even a little bit of false ego will do you in, Prabhu. You got to be completely humble. Is it easy? No. Is it ecstatic? Yes. Is it easy to become a millionaire? No, you got to work at it. So we have to become spiritual millionaires, spiritual billionaires by learning how to respect every single living entity, even the non-moving, even the weed. We were over at Bojan Steli the other day, and they had a little pavilion there on the side. We were taking our prasadam there. And there was some, just like here we have some tiles on the floor, and I noticed somehow or other a living entity had taken birth in these two tiles. It was unbelievable. Where's the soil? How does water get in there? There was a little tiny, I couldn't even see the crack. But this living entity had come up between these two tiles in this covered area. So I was feeling, wow. I gave him some water. Help him out a little bit. He doesn't get water very often. Help out the little creature. Give him some water, you see. So in this way we have to learn how to feel something for every living entity, even some little weed growing somewhere between two tiles. You see what I'm saying? And the more you can feel this way, you'll actually get that most opulent thing that can be achieved called nama ruchi. Of course, even higher is Krishna Prem, but nama ruchi is a very important step on the way to Krishna Prem. And the more you learn how to respect, you get nama ruchi. So don't have a heart that's muchi. Develop nama ruchi by respecting the Vaishnavas, you see. So how do we offer respect? We offer our obeisances. That's a very important thing. Bowing down at the feet of the Vaishnavas, you see. I am your humble servant. And by cultivating loving relationships. This is confirmed also in the Adi Purana. Krishna tells Arjuna, he says, Ye me bhakta jana parata, na me bhakta shtate janaha, mad bhakchanam chi ye bhaktas, te me bhakta tamamata. He says, my dear Arjuna, son of Pritha, the one who is my devotee, na me bhaktas, he is not my devotee. Wow, it's pretty heavy, huh? Krishna says, if you're my devotee, you're not my devotee. Krishna, how you can say that? I'm your devotee, Krishna. No, you're not. How you can say that? Because you're not the devotee of my devotee, therefore you're not my devotee. You understand? As confirmed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You see, dasa dasa nadasa. We have to become the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. We Prabhupada disciples, we're pretty fortunate to be Prabhupada's disciples, but you, disciples of the disciples of Prabhupada, you are more fortunate. You're more fortunate than us. You're one step further away, which means you're one step closer. The more you become the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant, that's your advancement, you see. So what can I do? I'm in an unfortunate position. I'm just a disciple of Prabhupada. I don't get to be a disciple of Prabhupada, but I have to serve the disciples of Prabhupada, you see. In that way, I can become fortunate. As you were fortunate as disciples of the disciples, by serving you, then I can get a little bit of your good fortune that you get by being disciples of the disciples of Prabhupada, you see. So in this way, we have to learn how to respect everyone. and feel blessed by the association of all the Vaishnavas, you see. The more you can love the devotees, the more you will love Krishna. Well, can't I just respect them? Isn't that enough? Do I really have to love the devotees? Isn't respect enough? Official thing like, No. The real meaning of respect, the perfection of respect, is actually love that person. It's not just some official thing. Yeah, I respect you, but I hate your guts. You see what I'm saying? The true meaning of respect means I love you. I adore you. Because I see you're a Vaishnava. You're worshipable. This is stated by Narottam Das Thakur. He says, Anande Balohari Bhaja Vrindavan Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majjayaman. What a wonderful instruction. Anande Bolo Hari. Ecstatically chant Hare Krishna. Bhaja Vrindavan. Worship that place. You've heard of that place called Vrindavan? You ever been there? We are so blessed to be in this place, Vrindavan Dham, and Narottam says you must worship this place. Therefore, when I arrive in Vrindavan, I immediately get out of the taxi cab and utter my dandavats in the dirt. You see, this is not an ordinary place. Every particle of dust in Vrindavan is not different from the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. So when you enter into this place, get down on your face in the dirt and offer your dandavats, you see. So Bhaja Vrindavan, and then he says, Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majjayaman. Worship your Guru's lotus feet. Oh yeah, I have no problem with that. But worship also the Vaishnava's lotus feet. Wow. Worshiping Guru, I just have one Guru to worry about worshiping him, and now I got to worship all the devotees also? I have to worship all the devotees, all of their lotus feet. How many lotus feet in this room now? Maybe, 2,000, maybe 1,500 lotus feet in this room right here. I have to worship all these lotus feet, 1,500 of them? Yes. We have to respect all the Vaishnavas, their lotus feet. You see? So in this way, you see, by this developing this non-envious, respectful, loving, adoring mood, as Vishnujan Maharaj used to say, you should always be in an embracing mood, you see. Actually, there's an etiquette for embracing. Your superiors, you bow down at their feet. Now if they embrace you, that's mercy, and then you go for it. Your equals, you embrace them. And your subordinates, they bow down at your feet. Now if you decide to be merciful and embrace them, that's your mercy upon them. But that's the etiquette. You don't actually approach your superior to embrace him. We wouldn't walk up to give Prabhupada a hug, for example. Well, Prabhupada, I want to give you a hug. No, that was not the etiquette. But when Prabhupada would hug you, you would go for it. I never got hugged by Prabhupada, but Vishnujan Swami, he made me a devotee, and I was standing with him in front of the temple in Los Angeles on one beautiful summer morning, and Prabhupada gave him a big hug right there while I was standing beside him, and I tell you, I felt really good. It was just like getting hugged personally, because he was my hero. Vishnujan Swami made me a devotee, and I watched him get a big hug from Prabhupada. Wow, I felt really good. I wasn't envious. I just felt really, really good. That wow, he's getting hugged by Prabhupada, you see. So anyway, Vishnujan Maharaj taught us always be in that mood of embracing, you see. Your god brothers, always be in that mood. Of course, not that men and women we embrace. No, that is the in Vedic culture. We don't go around embracing women, you see. That's not the etiquette. Because that can lead to some feelings that we don't want to have, called kama, little kama rising in the heart. I'm based on my god sisters, you see. No. No, we don't do that. They're our mothers, and we bow down at their feet. That's the etiquette. My mother and father, I bow down at their feet. And if they want to, of course, the father wants to embrace, and I will embrace. So we have a very nice culture. It's a culture of respect. And the more we can actually practice it, we will develop the mindset that goes along with it. You understand my point? Right now, we're puffed up. We're fault finders. We got all this garbage in our hearts. I mean, really pretty dirty if you look at it. Compared to a pure devotee, we're pretty dirty. We got all kinds of crud sitting in there, accumulated for millions and billions of lifetimes. Isn't it a fact? Do we have any Paramahamsas here in the room today? Raise your hand if you're a Paramahamsa. No one raised their hand. So we're all full of dirt. And so how do we get out of this dirty condition? By following these etiquettes, you see, of always speaking respectfully about devotees, even if we have to sometimes correct them, if that's our duty to do that, we have to do, well, that mood of respect must always be there. And in our actions also, be very respectful. Not that we just kind of barge our way through like I'm the Lord of all I survey. We have to be always in the mood of serving others. And then by practicing our speech and our activities, then we'll be caught at developing the proper attitude as well. By the mind will go along with those things. The mind will get purified by practicing the etiquettes, Vaishnava etiquettes. And the mind becomes nicely situated. And then such a wonderful happiness will awaken within the heart. And then instead of feeling threatened or disturbed by this devotee or that devotee, we will feel how I'm being blessed by this devotee's association, you see. By developing the proper attitude, you will always feel how I'm being blessed by every single devotee. Every single devotee I deal with, I feel how I'm being blessed, how Krishna is blessing me through this devotee's association. Krishna is blessing me. How Prabhupada is blessing me, how my spiritual master is blessing me through the association of this devotee. And how I can feel how I'm becoming more and more fortunate to get more and more mercy from the Vaishnavas. So it's a very wonderful system. Prabhupada also points out the other side of the coin here. Because the Mayavadis, they say, yes, you must respect everyone because everyone is God. But that's not real respect, is it? The Mayavadi sannyasis, they do that. They say Namo Narayan to each other. Namo Narayan, Namo Narayan. You see, I worship you, Supreme Lord. I now offer my respects unto you, the Supreme Lord. They say that to each other. That's called a mutual adoration society or a mutual flattering society. That is not the proper culture. To artificially glorify someone is actually cutting them. It's cutting them. So we should follow the Vaishnava pathway of seeing how the Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart. The Prabhupada quotes that verse here in the purport. Ekopyaso ratapitam jagananda kotim yat shakterasti jagananda chaya yadanta andantarasta paramanu chayantarastam Govinda Maripurusham Tamaham Vajami. He is an undifferentiated entity. As there is no distinction between potency and the possessor thereof in his work of creation of millions of worlds, his potency remains inseparable. All the universes exist in him, and he is present in his fullness in every one of the atoms that is scattered throughout the universe at one and the same time. Such is the primeval Lord whom I adore. You may notice that in the purport, Prabhupada says, he quotes this verse and then says how he's situated as the Paramatma everywhere. But Bhaktisiddhanta, in his translation of this verse, says he is situated in his fullness in every one of the atoms that is scattered throughout the universe at one and the same time. That opens up an interesting question. How Bhaktisiddhanta can translate it in its fullness and at the same time described as the Paramatma. Well, it actually depends on your vision. For one who is fully awakened in Krishna consciousness, he doesn't see the four-armed super soul, he says Shamasundar. Premanjana charita bhakti valochanena santaksadaiva hridayeshu valokayanti yang shamasundaram chintya gunasvarupam govindam adipurusham tamaham bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is Shamasundar, Krishna himself, with inconceivable, innumerable attributes, whom the pure devotees see in their heart of hearts, with the eye of devotion, tinged with the salve of love. So whether the Paramatma is there or the Shamasundar is fully manifest, it actually depends on your vision. Depends on your vision. And how do we get that vision? What is the lesson we learned from Rishabhadev today? How to get that vision where we can actually become qualified to see Shamasundar situated within our heart? By respecting every single living entity, moving and non-moving. That will bring us step by step, paday, to that point of pure love of God, which is the goal of our Krishna conscious movement. Do you think the goal of being an ISKCON member is to get some nice position? Temple president, GBC, sannyasi, guru, head this, head that. Do you think that's the purpose of being an ISKCON devotee? To get some nice position, comfortable position with a nice office and a secretary? Is that the purpose of being an ISKCON devotee? Yes or no? You're right, it's not. The purpose of being an ISKCON devotee is to develop pure love of God within the heart. That's the only purpose. And of course, and to make the whole world Krishna conscious, of course, that goes along with it. We have two purposes in ISKCON, that is that each one of us must become pure devotees and we must make the whole world Krishna conscious. Everything else is just a detail. So therefore we should focus on this. I must awaken pure love of God within my heart, and I must dedicate myself that everybody in this whole world can become Krishna conscious. Whatever I can do to help that mission, I should do that. One disciple asked me, what's the mix? Well, how much should you spend on yourself and how much you should spend on the world? And I said, well, from 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., save yourself. And from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m., save the world. Or at least till 5. Save the world, you see. So we have two duties. Save yourself and save the world. Prabhu, you have to save yourself, you have to save the world. That's your duty, okay? Save yourself and save the world. So the point is, you can't really save the world beyond what you've saved yourself. So the most important thing is to save yourself. Focus on becoming a pure devotee of Krishna. That my goal in life is to become a pure devotee ASAP, as soon as possible. I don't want to waste my time fiddling around with Maya anymore. Now my focus is I must become a completely pure devotee of Krishna as soon as possible. And if you're in that mood, you'll be in a good mood for preaching. If you are intolerant of your lack of Krishna consciousness, I cannot stand the Maya in my heart. I got to get rid of it as soon as possible. You see, that should be the attitude. I cannot tolerate my impurities. I have to get rid of them. If you're in that mood, you're going to be in good position for preaching, going out and preaching. You see, because a preacher cannot tolerate the impurities on this planet. He can't stand seeing the cows being abused. He can't stand the women being abused, the children being abused, so many people being cheated and abused. He can't tolerate it. Therefore he goes out to make a revolution, to flood this planet with Prabhupada's books, to flood it with the holy names, to teach people how to become Krishna conscious. So anyway, so are there any questions? Yeah. Written questions are better because I can't hear so well.